Sandy, what are your roles on this trip?
Well, as a physio for the squad, the main roles we have are obviously the obvious ones that people think of are the injuries, assessing, treating all the injuries the players have, and making sure we can try and keep them out on the pitch. The other side of things we do is looking at their hydration and nutrition status. So, for instance, first thing in the morning, all the guys come in and they get on the scales, they have to get weighed, they have to give me a urine sample, which I test for their hydration level. And in that way, we can monitor whether they're actually drinking enough, taking on board enough fluids, and also over a period of time when we're in a tournament like this, you have weight issues, so we need to make sure they're eating and their weight is staying fairly steady. If we see a drop off of weight, then we have to make sure they're going to eat other things. Last year we had Junior World Cup in Malaysia and there was some issues over food, so in the physio room we have snacks, and what the lads can do is come and get snacks as well if they're not filling up at
Can I ask what the issues were over the food in Malaysia, just out of interest?
I just think they got a little bit bored. The food, after we were out there for virtually a month, and the food started to get quite repetitive and it was very much the same. So it was really Andy, the manager, and I go out and do the shopping and try and get in the healthy snacks that they can eat, but that also give them something more interesting. And fill them up.
So what sort of foods, I mean, you've seen the array of foods you've got in here that the boys can come up and snack on. What sort of foods do you encourage them to eat during the tournament?
They can have things like dried fruits, Nutella on some plain Rivitas. We straight after matches we'll sometimes let them have milkshakes to get something on board quite quickly. So there's a variety of foods that we can give them.
Are you involved in the management of the ice baths after the game? I noticed they've been doing that this week.
Yes. That's part of our recovery strategy for the players.
How does that help them then?
So the idea behind that is that what we believe happens is that when you've performed at a high level, you're getting lots of minor trauma in the tissues, and therefore by sitting in the ice baths, that actually helps reduce the inflammatory process that's occurred in the muscles through the exercise that they've carried out. So they do 10 minutes sitting in an ice bath, which creates amusement and a lot of screams.
Is it particularly difficult in a tournament where they've got games literally one day after the other?
Yes, it can be. Certainly, it depends as well on the pitches, because at the moment these guys are saying that this pitch feels quite hard, so a lot of them are beginning to get tightness in muscles, so it's actually trying to relieve that tightness and prepare them for the next day. So if we've got 2 games on the trot, it's just really again about make sure they've got good hydration, that they've eaten well. They must get good sleep, because that's a major part of the recovery as well, and obviously massage is trying to relieve any tightness in muscles so that they're not going to get cramps or pull up in the next match that they play.
And finally, have we got any injuries at the moment in the squad sort of midway through the tournament?
We've got a few niggles, I would say, more than anything. We've only had one player who's missed a game through an injury, and we're hoping to get him back out again. So
far, so good.
So far, so good, yes.
Right, thank you very much, Sandy.
Thank you.